Mixed messages thus far today. We're seeing more computers affected in Asia, but as Europe comes online this morning, not so much. So let's hope that this one will burn itself out. And I use that phrase deliberately. We need to kind of think of this almost as a pandemic, really is a virus. And the key here is its global nature. We've never seen something sweep across the planet at this speed. It's very worrisome.
Does this tell you that there are other potential pandemics that could be released? Like this is the opening of Pandora's box to some extent?
It absolutely is. And, you know, I'm hesitant to say, hey, we're seeing a nascent cyber Pearl Harbor, but we ought to wake up to the real potential of a devastating attack in this way. And this one is kind of part of the release of some National Security Agency tools, but these can be manipulated very easily to create that second wave.
You know, we always think of nation states as being the real bad actors if we get attacked by the Chinese or the Russians or somebody else, but they've all been attacked this time around. Who is this and who are we fighting?
This is cyber criminal activity, Becky, and I don't see this as something that emanated from a nation state. There really is a crime, money, motive. And if you think of cyber threats generally, it's nation states, it's cyber crime, and then it's kind of hacktivism, terrorism. Those are three categories. This is the middle one.
Admiral, when you spoke a few weeks ago in front of the Armed Services Committee, you talked about detection, deterrence, and defense. Yeah. It's very difficult to detect these things. How in the world are we ever going to get to the point where we can deter this type of activity?
Well, we need to, first of all, Senator, develop a doctrine. We haven't even really defined what constitutes a cyber attack in the nation-state space. So we've got to define that. When is our nation truly under attack? When there's kinetic damage, when there is personal damage. So that's doctrinal. Secondly, we've got to get better at the interagency in working this. Today, we have 3 different agencies in charge of this, 6 different cyber centers across the country. I think there's a role for Congress in trying to at least create a voice, a centralized voice on cyber in the cabinet.
Admiral, are we making ourselves safer or less safe by moving everything to the cloud? And when I say cloud, really only 3 major service providers, Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, which control all of it. This attack doesn't work on that. This attack actually works on each computer independently. But ultimately, are we all going to be at the mercy, if you will, of 3 companies that are going to hold all of our information?
Yeah, I think in this regard, Andrew, it's like in real estate, location, location, location. In cyber, it's backup, backup, and backup. So we need to be in the cloud. We also need hard drive backup, and we need some number of computers that are really disconnected from the internet that can be brought on in an emergency. So it's really 3 levels. And you're right to raise the question of these 3 service providers. We need a more distributed defensive mechanism.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.